Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley. This is my youngest son, Ashton, and I'm going to show you what's on my iPhone. So I've been seeing people do these videos all over YouTube, and I'm kind of nosy. So I like to go through people's stuff and see what kind of apps they use, everything like that. So we're going to show you today. One really quick note, though. So I know in my background, everything is like lackluster, and I'm not sure how the lighting is right now. I don't know how this is looking. I typically film from my Canon camera, but as you can see, it's broken. So I can't use it. So what I've been using lately is my iPhone, but because we're going to go through it, I can't use that for this video. So the last resort is the webcam attached to my computer. So that is what we're using today. Let me show you the phone. So it is an iPhone XS Max. You got that from the title, though. It is the 500 gigabytes in space gray. So it was a present. So I didn't pick the color. I would have picked gold, but I'm not tripping off of something as simple as a color. I've had it for 2 months now, a little over 2 months, but so I pretty much have it organized the way that I want it to be and everything else. The first thing is my lock screen. It's a picture of my daughter on a carousel, and when you hold it down, the carousel moves. I'm sorry. All right, but let's go through the phone. All right. The first thing you'll notice is a picture of me and my son Ashton as my home screen back there. Shush. Okay, so this first screen that you see right here are all the apps that I use most frequently. The second screen over there is just mostly preloaded apps that come with the phone. I just kind of move them out of the way. I do use Find Friends to track my oldest son's iPhone, just to make sure he is where he is, where he's saying. He's 13, so you know some stuff gonna be happening soon. I'm just saying. But so back to the main screen with all my apps. The first folder is photography. So I have my camera, photos, and FaceTime. Don't ask me why FaceTime is in a photography folder. I know it's not photography per se, but when I was organizing the phone, it felt like so many apps all over the place that I really wanted to put things in folders to make it simpler and easier for me to find. But so that's just what made sense to me at the moment. News is a boring one. Stocks, news, and weather. Mostly I use it for weather. I don't follow the stock market, though I really want to learn about it, but I don't really know much about it. Social media. This is the most used app on this phone. Folder on this phone. I have Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, and Pinterest. So I'll start with Instagram. My Instagram was private for the longest time. It was just for close family and friends. But I just recently, like a few days ago, made it public and added hashtags. And I'm trying to learn all of that stuff. But this is my Instagram page. I don't know why I'm singing to y'all. I can't sing. But that's Instagram, right? I'm trying to think of what my favorite. I follow so many great accounts on Instagram that it's not even funny. I think my favorite is actually a YouTube channel. It's a design channel. There, she has 100K followers. She's doing great. But this lady is so good at interior design. It's always so beautiful. Christmas was just the other day, so you see all the pictures are basically of Christmas stuff. But that's my favorite. I love her YouTube channel, and I also love her Instagram. The second app is Facebook, but I'm not going to go through that because that's still private for just my close family and friends. I'm sorry. I'm also trying really hard not to show you other people who have private accounts' photos, which is why we didn't really go too deep into my Instagram. Snapchat. So Snapchat, I don't really use. I don't post on it. I use it to play with the filters like that. But I don't post on it. I just use the pictures that I take and post them on Facebook, or I save them, or I post those on Instagram. But that's it. I don't use it. I don't like post on it, and I don't follow people. I have a couple people that I do follow, but I don't read their stories, and I don't post my own stories. So that's a little boring. Like I said, I just really like to look at the filters. Messenger is just an extension of Facebook. You should kind of know what that is, right? It's pretty popular. Pinterest. I love Pinterest. So on Pinterest, I have boards for everything. A shoe board. I'm really into shoes. I love these. It's winter time, so you'll see a lot of winter stuff, winter like boots, winter fashion. So a few years ago, I moved from Arizona back to Illinois, where I'm originally from, but it had been a few winters since I had winters. It had been a few years since I had a winter, so I was really big into looking at different winter outfits and fashion statements, and like trying to put together my whole winter vibe and look. Why do I have this twice? I don't know. I must have really loved it. But that's that. Dream home, because I want to buy my dream home, obviously, one day. But I also have a board somewhere on here for my current home. Here it is, which is basically a fixer-upper. So, oh, it's not much in here right now. But I was looking for ideas and projects for this house that needs work. Home organization ideas. I told you I was into that. XOXO Angelique. This isn't even finished, actually. This is from my Etsy shop. It's a few pins from my Etsy shop. I also have a board that's an extension of my blog. Here it is, Mom Boss. And it just is like how to monetize your blog, different ways to work from home, things like that. Quitting your main job, which I did a few years ago. So if you want to check out my blog, do that. But this isn't a promotional thing. I'm just saying I do use Pinterest a lot for those things, just to like organize all of my ideas and all of my projects that I'm trying to do, and also get a lot of inspiration. It's like a dream board on my phone. So I have one that's a dream board. But anyway, next folder is productivity. So this is my calendar, reminders, notes, mail, numbers, and clock. The best thing that I love about the clock on this phone is the bedtime feature. So as you can see, I'm supposed to have 7.5 hours of sleep basically every night. If you can see, today is Wednesday, but Tuesday it's really low. I didn't really get that much sleep. I don't know. I'm a busy entrepreneur. Like, I have 2 businesses, 3 kids, a blog, and 2 YouTube channels that I'm trying to actually get more consistent on. So sleep is, you sleep when you're dead, basically. That's what I'm saying. But the next photo is finance, which is pretty boring. I have Citibank, so that's for my bank account, and then Ibotta. Ibotta is a cashback app that I use when I go to the grocery store. I know they have other things, like you don't have to do just groceries. They have a shopping, like I'm trying to think. They have like this. So grocery, mobile shopping, alcoholic beverages, pharmacy, clothing. That's what I was about to say. They even have a restaurant and bar option. So you can do more than one thing. But I'll show you how it works really quickly. I'm not going to go through it that much. So if I'm going, I do it before I go to the store because I pretty much know what I need to buy. Like, I need to buy water, right? So here's a 12-pack of Nestle Pure Life. I'll get $1 back if I buy it. If I buy a 12-pack or higher, limit 5. So I'll add that to my, offers. And when I buy it, I'll scan my receipt. They'll give me $1 back. This only works for things that you were going to buy anyway. Don't buy things just for the cash back. That makes no sense. But some people I've heard do that. And also, so it only pretty much works for if you're not very picky on brands. Or if the brand that you like if you are very picky on brands, I'm sorry, it only works pretty much, I feel like, if you are very picky on brands. Like, let's say, like these Honey Nut Cheerios. If I know I eat Honey Nut Cheerios, I don't eat the generic brand, I don't eat whatever, then I'm going to pay whatever it costs for Honey Nut Cheerios. So this 50 cents cash back is a deal for me because, well, it's not for me because actually I don't eat Honey Nut Cheerios. So I'm going to take that off later, but it would be a deal for me because I was going to buy it anyway. So now I've used a coupon, and you can actually go into the store and use coupons on top of your Ibotta because Ibotta comes off last. There's no limits. It doesn't say you have to spend $20 or $2 on the Cheerios. It doesn't matter. As long as you buy the Cheerios, you'll get 50 cents cash back. So if I went into the store with a coupon for $1 off of Cheerios and I got 50 cents back cash back, then I've saved $1.50. So that's kind of how that works in a nutshell. A quick, not very detailed nutshell. Next is YouTube. So I have YouTube Studio, YouTube Music, regular YouTube, and Imovie. The reason why Imovie is in this folder for me is because, like I just mentioned a little earlier in this video, that I've started filming and recording from my iPhone, and sometimes it's easier, instead of just transferring it to my computer, it's easier to just use iMovie to edit it. So it made sense for that to be in YouTube because that's the only thing that I use it for, is for YouTube videos. YouTube Studio is for creators. It shows you I have 47 lonely subs. You should join them so they won't be so lonely. Subscribe. But it also shows my analytics for the last 28 days. I've had 1,300 watch minutes, 302 views. I've added 7 subscribers. It shows my last few videos. Of course, it'll show all of them, but without me clicking, this is just like the dashboard. So my last video was the Tyler bedtime routine. It got 51 views, 2 comments, 3 likes. And then it goes into the comments so that I can respond from here instead of having to go to the video. So that's basically that. YouTube Music. Oh, okay. I was listening to this song last night. That's my playlist Vibes. I love YouTube Music with our premium account. And then regular YouTube, you already know because you're watching it. So I'm not really going to go into that. My kids use my YouTube a lot, especially my youngest Ashton. So you see Baby Shark and Merry Christmas, a lot of different things like that. I don't really watch them. Well, I watch them with him, but not, those aren't really my videos. So my recommendations are all messed up because I got Baby Shark on there. He does have a playlist. The next one is entertainment. So podcasts. I'll show you the podcasts I'm listening to right now. These are basically it. This one, she's a YouTuber, Jordan Cheyenne. That's her YouTube name. But she just started this podcast, the Boss Babe Academy. Yeah, it's pretty new, so it doesn't have that many episodes on it. Her last one was December 11th, which was not that long ago. So that's that. And then Pat Flynn is really good for business advice, entrepreneurship, online businesses, things like that. And that is my life right now. TED Talks are inspirational and a lot of different things. When I first heard about TED Talks, I thought they were all about business, and they're not. They cover a lot. Like how to fix a broken heart. You see what I'm saying? How to build and rebuild trust. It's a lot. It's not just one thing. I'm also trying to learn Spanish. So I use the Duolingo app, or the website, on my computer. Actually, I don't have it on the phone yet. I really need to do that. But the podcast just has people telling their stories in Spanish, which helps you with your I'm sorry, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. But it just helps you with your conversation in Spanish. So that's that. Next is Hulu. I actually don't use Hulu that much, or Netflix. I know you notice Netflix on the screen, but I don't use these things as much because I watch it at home. I don't really watch it when I'm bored here. But what's the last thing? Oh, I've been watching Marvel's Runaways. I've been trying to give that a shot, and A Million Little Things. I had never heard of this show. I canceled cable a few years has it been a few years? It hasn't been a few, like a year ago. And so a lot of shows that I probably wouldn't pay attention to, I now know about because of Hulu, and I love Blackish. So that's that. Kindle. This is what I'll use when I'm bored and I'm out somewhere, more than watching a TV show. As you can see, I was reading, this is Cosmo. It's this one. Yeah, it's this Cosmo. This is the most recent Cosmo, and you can literally just go through the pages of the magazine. You can, certain things that are too small, like if you want to see details, like in this picture, like let's say I want to read that, then you just zoom in. I find this easier to read. Like, I find digital magazines easier, especially if I'm using a tablet, but my daughter just broke my tablet. But because with me, I'll have magazines stacked up on my tables and it's just clutter, and this is just way easier. Plus, I can read it and pick it up wherever I am. So that's that one. Netflix, self-explanatory. I know everybody knows what Netflix is, but again, my kids have basically been on my Netflix account on their TVs and things like that. So that's why they do have their own accounts. Not Gianna though. My daughter is 6, so she just uses mine. So I know she watched the Christmas Chronicles movie, and we really enjoyed that with Kurt Russell, and there was a little Goldie Hawn at the end. But so we love that. Books, this app I actually don't use because I use the Kindle app. So, and then Fire TV is for my Fire Stick because the remote is kind of small. It's really thin, and we lose it all the time. So I keep the app on my phone just in case, so I can use that. Utilities are voice memos, compass, measure, calculator. Honestly, the only one I've ever used is the calculator. Games. All right, so I am playing 3 games. Well, technically, I'm playing 2 games. The first one, Cooking Craze, is where you just like cook the burgers, and I'll show you, but I would show you, but it's going to be sideways, and I don't want you, it just will look odd over here. But it's a restaurant. You cook the food and you serve it. Choices, I tried to give a chance. Choices is not my thing. I think the stories kind of suck. As you can see, look, I'm in a story and I haven't even finished it. I lost interest a long time ago. I've just been dragging it out to get to the end. Oh, did I finish it? I did finish it. Shocking. Like, I don't even remember it because it just was stupid. It was called The Perfect Match. That's what it is. And it says, oh, actually, I haven't finished. It's asking me to play 16 of 16. So that's the last chapter. I'm not even interested in knowing how the story ends. It just is poorly written for me. And then House Flip is Chip and Joanna Gaines's house renovation app. So I'm really into that one. Cricut Design is for my Cricut. A Cricut is like a cutter. It's a machine that will cut out shapes and words. It also writes. It does several different things. I use it for my Etsy business. So I use it to make mugs, t-shirts. I have an easy press that goes with my Cricut to press on the t-shirt designs, things like that. Maps, again, self-explanatory. I get lost all the time. Even though I'm originally from Illinois, I moved to Arizona when I was 16. So I kind of did most of my driving and everything there. So I get lost in Illinois all the time. The iTunes store is self-explanatory. The App Store is self-explanatory. Then I have settings. Like I said, on this second page, these are basically just what came with the phone. I have tried to play with GarageBand because I thought I was going to get jazzy out and make my own music for YouTube because I got a copyright strike from a copyright claim for using a song once, and I was all salty like, I'm going to make my own. But no, no, it's not that easy. It's easier just to find other places and other pages that have it. But anyway, I am pretty much done. That's it. That's all. I don't even have anything else to show you. You went through my phone. Thank you for watching this video. And I hope you liked it. Like, literally, like it.